It seemed that Porsche's mothership, Zuffenhausen, had finally forced motorsport's satellite Manthey into a development dead end with the arrival of the latest 911 GT3 RS. This was significant because Porsche, particularly division chief Andy Prinninger, had long been discreetly irritated by Manthey's ability to transform a showroom-spec GT Division 911 into something even more exceptional. Manthey would use racing techniques that the factory was unable to implement due to ongoing homologation red tape. Mightier wings, more aggressive geometries, belly-scraping ride heights. Porsche's RS team had know-how in the drive, but only Manthey, with its cottage status, could truly sell you anything. And boy, did it pay off in terms of reputation. Something obviously broke at Porsche during the development of the 992 generation GT3 RS. Many thought test mules were evaluating aero for the Le Mans-bound 911 RSR because of their enormous wings. When the car was finally unveiled, we learned that even its wishbones were designed to produce downforce, and that it had given up its frunk in favor of a massive central radiator in the form of a racetrack. It was altered in a way that led us to question whether its designers had lost touch with reality, but this was merely a sign of a job well done. Now, where might Manthey take the package? There were no options left under Prinninger's scorched-earth engineering philosophy. Or, so we foolishly believed. The Nürburgring-based Manthey's rendition of the 992-era GT3 RS stands menacingly in front of us in the Silverstone pits. Clearly, it's a 3RS, but it's not your typical one. The wing has end plates that could close the windows of a Georgian townhouse, and the body is slammed to the deck. In order to prevent filthy hot air escaping from the central front radiator from interfering with the DRS rear wing, it features roof vanes.